After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders, have intercepted. Snags it for the pick. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Bridgewater now. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Broncos are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. At the 17-yard line. Lawrence now off the bootleg. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Finding room to the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a touchdown.
Noah Fant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Lawrence will throw. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The 2nd running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams would be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
They'll try to run with ETN. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second down and goal. Lawrence. And it'll be intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that's checked down to Gordon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Bridgewater's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
They go play action with Lawrence. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Flush to his right. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Gordon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Bridgewater with a keeper. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On play action, Lawrence. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action now. Lawrence. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Lawrence going to get this to Etienne. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Arnold. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
On the ready.
Tight end right. Watch tight.
Now.
You got 3 down, 3 down.
X3. 218 jumping. Hey, Haywood.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyrell Williams. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jags' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
by the
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. Play action now. Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. Here's Sam Martin now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is taken at the 15. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
The throw complete here to Williams. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Now Lawrence. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. And that is going to do it. for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Out to his left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about,
there he goes left side. 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one, and this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
And how about the situation that we're in right now, because this is the fourth quarter. So you know there's some tired legs out there on defense and probably some tired minds as well trying to chase guys around for 4 quarters. But this is where conditioning, athleticism, that separates the good backs from the great backs, and that was an A-plus effort right there.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter. And K.J. Hamler really started to come on strong late in his rookie year. Second-round pick out of Penn State in 2020. Shifty, excellent speed, and good hands that he exhibited right there.
The tackle there by Trey Herndon.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Deshaun Hand. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack on 1st down, Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. This is Gordon on the dump off. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 38. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's Etienne, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Number 16's coming. Check Mike. Check Mike. I got wide.
Here's Lawrence. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Going for it, here's Etienne. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that's play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
All right. Let's go, B. Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
They go play action. Bridgewater rolling to his right, looking for the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. So, Charles, the bad taste from that opening week loss, that's just a memory now. This has been a very strong performance as they score once again.
Yeah, I know it's only week 2, but you're exactly right because this team felt like they let one get away in the